welcome to a brand new episode of Don't Blame Me.
Welcome. We hope you are having a great day here, wherever you are, wherever you're listening. Are you listening from California like me? Or maybe you're listening from where Melissa's recording?
In Arkansas, and my audio does sound different, so we just had some technical difficulties, some logistical issues here. We're just gonna roll with it. Would love for you to keep listening, but if you're like, I can't bear to hear the difference in your voices, then I understand.
Just give it a good college try.
Yeah.
Just try it out and see, because you should also know that I'm also being an incredibly brave soldier, because if you think the audio you're listening to from Melissa sounds wonky, you don't even know what I'm hearing. So just know that we can all be brave here together so we can gossip and talk about things. Your makeup looks nice.
Thank you. I don't know why this text message just came through when I was on Do Not Disturb, but we're just living life.
We're rolling with the punches. We
Thank
are
you.
rolling.
Your makeup also looks good.
Oh, thank you so much. I have run out of so many things that it forces me to try other stuff that I have, and then I go, oh, kind of love this. This is great.
Yeah, I have a lot of things that you've given me because I couldn't
Mhm.
possibly use that much in a while because it's a lot, and
Yep.
I'm really only wearing makeup when we do this, and then if I go somewhere on the weekends,
Mhm.
I'm not in an office every day where I need to zhuzh it up. So, I have a ton of makeup, but I did run out of foundation. I'm kinda just scraping the insides right now, but
Oof.
it's
Mhm.
ready at Sephora. I'm going to get it when we're
Oh,
done.
nice. Nice. Yeah, I was wearing a lot of makeup this weekend because I ran out of my contacts and was forced to wear glasses again, and of course reverted to being an absolute miserable person, because I love glasses for other people, and it's not even an aesthetic thing for me. It's the fact that I need to take them off to look at something up close. So I'm
Yeah, you need
taking
bifocals, as I've been saying for probably a good 10 years.
No, exactly. And so the issue is that in fact, I just leave my glasses everywhere. So I just don't really wear them, and then I'm blind, and then I'm pissed because I can't see anything, and the world is depressing because I'm just I'm fumbling around, and I'm being completely helpless because I'm not putting the glasses on, and then I'm losing my glasses. And so I was like, okay, I'm putting makeup on, and I'm going to feel cute and make an outfit styled around my glasses so that I won't just keep taking them off and forgetting where I put them. So I did some makeup this weekend, but now I have my contacts, and I am thrilled. I have
For
to say that
both eyes, right?
for both eyes, daily contacts are wonderful, but my God, they're expensive. They are pricey, but, I was not able to wear contacts this comfortably when I was not wearing daily, so
I
it's a
will
necessary
say,
price.
as someone who does not know your struggle, my optometrist said everybody's eyesight starts going when they're 35, and I'm well over that, so, I think I might be good for years.
Wait, is yours just not going at all?
No.
So, that's so unfair because, mine is getting worse. Not only did I start from glasses to contacts to LASIK to back to contacts, the other night I was, panicking laying in bed because I was we turned the lights off, and it was, suddenly so dark, and I was asking Mats, I'm like, "How many fingers am I holding up?" And he was like, 3. And I was like, "I can't even see how many fingers I have." And I was, freaking out because I'm losing, because that's one of the things they talk about, low light vision, going even worse. And I was, panicking because it's already not good, and then he goes, "Well, are your contacts in?" And I said, "No." "Okay. Thank God. Thank God." So, yeah, but I do worry that my vision's just gonna keep getting worse and worse. I'm gonna be
I
like
mean, it
that.
will.
And, at least I'm tall now, but, I inevitably will shrink, and I'll be that, old white lady with very white hair and those thick glasses, which they, of course, will be red because that's who I am destined to evolve to be.
Yeah, you've already decided
Yeah.
that, so.
I mean, I don't think I decided it. I think the universe decided it for me. That's just who I am and who I'm gonna be.
Okay.
It's my destiny. Well, anyways, welcome to a brand new episode of Don't Blame Me, where we give you wonderful, amazing, life-changing advice. And we've been doing this for a while. So We have a track
Since
record.
2017. Next year's our 10-year anniversary. I think 2017. I may be
Never say
off,
that
but I
again.
think that's right.
10 years? Never say that again. Never say that again.
I'm just
Time
saying.
is crazy.
I really, in all honesty, subtract 4 years for the pandemic.
Thank you, because I think that's a very, like, that's the least we can do.
Mhm.
The absolute bare minimum. And I think that, like, our fertility should also hear that. I think, like, so
Yeah.
many other things in life should, like, also hear that. Our taxes, like, we shouldn't have to pay taxes for those 4 years. Like, so much of that
Speaking
stuff.
of, we have to pay our taxes
Okay.
next week, but
Okay.
my accountant's been working on it. We
Oh,
just gotta
wonderful.
pay. Yeah. We just gotta pay the estimate.
I just keep getting texts from Mott's in the middle of today being like, "Send me a picture of this thing." And I'm like, "Okay." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Well,
Yeah. That's one thing we don't have to worry about.
yeah,
We just have to pay it.
perfect. That's fine. Wonderful,
Okay.
wonderful." Well, you can't share why you're there yet, can you?
I mean, if you wanna know why I'm here, just look on my Instagram. It'll be up by the time this comes out.
Perfect. 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 Well, if you want to call in and get some advice from us, you can leave us a voicemail at 310-694-0976. And if you are an international listener, or if you are just wanting to send a voice memo, send us a voice memo to meghanpodcast@gmail.com. For both of those, you have to keep it under 3 minutes. And if you don't want your voice to be heard that way, but you would instead like to be, you want the written word, you want us to read your words, you can send it to the same email. You can send us to a DM, or the easiest way to do it, fill out the form.
Please.
But it's just do that one. It's so simple. Maybe we'll eventually get rid of the other ones, minus the calls.
I love the calls. I wish more people would call.
But you guys are a bunch of fucking scaredy cats.
Yeah.
Why are you scared? Why are you scared?
What have you been up to?
Me?
Yeah, you.
What have I been up to? Well, after years of telling Mott's not so subtly that I would love for him to do an Easter egg hunt for me. Not that I needed to have anything in the eggs, but, like, just hide things and then tell me how many there are and I can find them. And it doesn't have to be, like, a day. Like, you can just do it at some point. As a kid, like, I literally used to, like, find ones, like, months later. I love finding things, you know me. I love a puzzle. And so I was like, if you ever want to do that, I would love that. If you ever want to do that, I would love that. And so then on Easter, he was like, "Oh, I have a surprise for you." And I was like, "What?" And he hands me an egg. And I was like, "Oh my fucking God." And this whole
It's
time
happening.
this whole time I've been saying, like, I don't need candy in it. I don't need anything in it. I don't need there to be something at the end of it. Like, I just want to know how many eggs there are and I'll find them. Like, that is, like, quite literally, I'm like a dog. Like, quite literally, that to me is, like, so fucking fun. So that's what I thought we were doing. And then it turns out he wrote, like, riddles in them.
Oh.
I was like, "Oh my God, okay." Some of them, though, he was like,
That's my nightmare, to be honest. I hate riddles, but
"Oh,
I know that
really?"
you like them.
I
But
do.
I hate riddles with a passion.
I will say, my favorite part was at least 2 of them. I was reading them, and then I was like, "Oh, perfect, it's this thing." And he went, "Oh, I wrote it wrong." And I was like, "Okay." So it's like, "Okay, wrong one." Or, like, we're going to this something plant, and I was like, "We don't have a plant that's called that." And he was like, "We don't?" And so then I'm, like, coming up with other plants that, like, give the same vibe. So
Mhm.
that honestly made it more fun. And then I get to the last egg, which inside of the egg is, like, a bigger piece of paper. And again, I'm not thinking. I open it, 2 tickets to the Hillary Duff concert. I was
You
like,
wanted to go
"What
so
the fuck?"
bad.
I cried. 'Cause I was so shocked and
That's a
overwhelmed.
great Easter egg hunt. That's a
I
great thing that he did. That's
I
so
had
sweet.
no, and he was like, "Why are you crying?" And I was like, "I'm just like, this is like, I've never been this, like, this is such total shock. Like, I had no clue this was leading to anything at all." And it's specifically the one that's in, at Red Rocks in Colorado, which I've always
Mhm.
wanted to go to.
Yeah,
And
you
I'm
talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah. And I'm like, "Holy shit." And I'm so fucking
When are you
excited.
going?
In July. I've never been to Colorado in the summer. Like, apparently it's beautiful. And, like, apparently they have trees with leaves on them, which I've quite literally never fucking seen. So I'm so excited.
So everybody will be having spring break July 27th through 31st.
Mhm.
No episodes.
Sorry. We're having fun.
Did I
Yeah.
say spring break instead of summer break? You know what I meant.
But we're not
If
taking
I
a
said
spring
summer
break.
break, huh?
You said spring. But I was saying we're
Okay.
not taking summer break. I mean, we're not taking a spring break, so that's our spring break, but it also happens to be summer break.
Yeah.
summer vacation. So that was like my lovely, wonderful Easter that I was like so
I love that.
excited about.
Why don't you? I know that the children are Jewish, but also they are Gentile as well, half Gentile. Do they just not do it?
They're exponentially more Jewish
Okay.
because also like their dad, he's not religious or any
Yeah,
sort
but
of.
I mean, Easter could just be doing eggs like you guys did.
To be fair, maybe I bet this year they actually probably did do something because now my nephew is in like school. He's not going to like Jewish day school, so like he's at like just a regular everybody school. So he might have actually done something for it. Because like to be fair, prior to this, I don't even know if he knew who the Easter Bunny was.
Okay.
So, but I think we should another time. Because also like I asked Mats, I was like, oh, what was your Easter like? And he would talk about church. And I was like, oh.
I went to church.
Unfamiliar.
On Easter, this past Easter.
I saw so many wonderful church outfit of the day stuff
I wore a pink suit.
And that's exactly the kind of things I was seeing. And I was like, this is really cute. And I was like, I bet you had a great outfit.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a good time. I went to church with Avia, and then she had cooked dinner, a wonderful dinner. And
nice. What's Easter dinner?
Is it
like same thing?
Yeah, basically. We had ham and sweet potatoes and mac and cheese. I picked up a strawberry shortcake from Whole Foods.
That's my favorite cake.
Whole Foods has the best bakery, to be honest. Yeah. Like, if you just want something that's not custom and you just want to go pick something up, it's great food.
Well, that's why when someone stole Matz's car and they left like 15 boxes of empty chantilly cakes from Whole Foods, I said, they've got taste.
I understand.
I get it. You were having your joyride and you needed a little sweet something snack. And also like some of them weren't even finished. And I was like, oh, these poor people.
Why didn't they just get a whole cake?
I don't know. Okay.
Maybe there's more than one person.
Oh, there was multiple people. They also left their homework in there. And I said, that's going to suck. How are you going to explain that to your teacher? So unfortunately, I was in a stolen car. Yikes.
What subjects was it?
History, I think.
Like
it was like
age
high school.
High school. Okay.
Yeah. So
cool.
1 in 5 Americans have learn a new language on their bucket list. If that's you, because it's definitely me, make 2026 the year you finally check it off with Babbel, the language app that makes grammar fun and is actually worth your time.
Learning a language with Babbel is all about small steps, big wins, and progress you can actually track and feel. Their bite-sized lessons fit easily into your daily routine and are also easy to remember. Just 10 minutes a day is enough to start seeing real results.
And Babbel recognizes that real-world connections are really what makes language stick and learning a new language. So their courses are designed by over 200 language experts who are, drumroll please, thank God, a prerequisite for us, real human beings. And they're teaching you relevant words and phrases that you'll actually use. Because I look back at what has retained in my head prior to working with Babbel, like things that were relevant to me when I was, in middle school. Now, rarely am I ever going to need to ask someone in Spanish, where is the library?
Right.
But that's what stuck in my head because in middle school, that was relevant to me.
Yes, and we're also just kind of like learning phrases and things, but Babbel really makes it so that you can really jump in and embrace like the culture of learning and not just learning phrases or making it a game, or you're really like learning the language where I can have an actual conversation with somebody.
And Babbel's more than just lessons. They even offer a large collection of podcasts where Babbel experts reveal language secrets and offer an inside look at local cultures.
Babbel has over 25 million subscriptions sold worldwide, and with 14 languages to choose from, every course comes with a 14-day money-back guarantee.
Here's a special limited time deal for our listeners. Right now, you can get up to 60% off your Babbel subscription at babbel.com/don't blame me.
Get up to 60% off at babbel.com/don't blame me, spelled BABBEL.com/don't blame me.
Rules and restrictions may apply. But besides Easter, my biggest thing that the other two things that I've spent most of my brain power on are Jeopardy and space.
Okay.
I am watching anything and everything about everybody in space. I'm crying every day about that. And currently we have Jeopardy on. Have I told you about Jamie?
Is that the person from Arkansas?
It's the person.
You
Oh no,
said there's
that's
somebody from
that's
Arkansas with the
the
accent.
no. That was one from Texas. But that was the season that we were just using to supplement when we run out of episodes of Jamie, because
Oh.
Jamie's on currently.
Okay.
And I'm addicted to Jamie. Jamie just hit $500,000 motherfucking dollars for his Jeopardy winnings. 17 games I think he's at from the time of recording. I'm obsessed with him. He likes to wear orange every single week. When he waves, like, so before he wasn't doing anything, when they like do the introduction and we've got Jamie, blah, blah, blah. And he wasn't doing anything before. And the way he talks about his sister, I'm like, oh, his sister definitely was like, you have to like do something. Like, don't just stand there. And so he waves, and he waves in a way that involuntarily I have to wave back at my TV, because it is like, he's like, and I'm like, hello, Jamie. And he, for the first like 6 or 7 episodes, they didn't explain in his intro, he was a, what was it? A something bureaucrat, which is what they gave him as his title. And I was like, what? And I was like, like, huh? And then they asked him about it. And he wanted to be, it was like some other form of word, like combination of words he wanted to use. But basically, he works on like low-income housing and like doing all of this kind of stuff. Like he works in like public service, but he like jokes that he technically is like a bureaucrat, but like one of the good ones. But it was so funny because the whole time I'm like, why are we just saying this is a school teacher? We have like a bartender, and then we didn't have any bartenders this time, but we have like someone corporate school teacher, and then we have Jamie the bureaucrat. Like, what? So he's just like brings me so much joy, and I'm obsessed with him. And that's been like all I've been caring about is watching Jamie win every single week. And my favorite thing that happens is when someone has like a legendary Jeopardy run, the other people who are on are like just so fucking stoked to witness it in like real life, because they're watching it on TV too. And so they're like looking at him being like, what? Like they'll get to the finals and he's got $25,000. The other person has -1,000 and the other person has $4,000. And they know that like there's no way they can win. And he like gets another answer and they're both just like beaming and like clapping, being like, wow. And I was like, that's just like so fun.
Does he get another answer or does he get another question?
Both. And now Mats is convinced that it's his time. So he's working on his application again.
Great.
You and I need to get on Pop Culture One, even though it's hosted by Colin Jost. I think he'd be fine with me making fun of him to his face.
I think so too.
I think
he can
he's
deal
used to
with what's his nuts, he can deal with us.
Easily. So, but yeah.
I'm sure his wife makes fun of him too.
As she should. She's Scarlett Johansson. He's Colin Jost. Like, that is objectively funny.
And he makes jokes of how, because I think she is the second grossest, highest female actress behind your old friend. And you're thinking on it.
Yeah.
Who produced your movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I just forget because, like, she's not in so many things all the time.
She's just in Avatar, and then she's
in the 6 highest grossing movies ever. Like, she's just in all of those. The Guardians of the Galaxy just like sends it over the top.
Right.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, it was this new Avatar that came out. That's
yeah.
So when that happened, they were talking about it on SNL, and then when it got to how much Scarlett made, they said, and they made it negative because of Colin, because his movies don't do well. So they're like, whoop.
That's funny.
The only thing is, or not celebrity, pop culture Jeopardy. It just takes me a second to recall things. So I feel like I'm just going to be slow, even though I know the answer.
Well, I think what we would excel in is that I will know the answer, but I will not remember. I'll like know, I won't remember the name, but I'll be able to like spit like 5 things at you to then have jog your memory to be like, oh, it's this. This is how this is it. And then I do think it's 3, and I need to know if there's sports, because if there's like random fucking sports, then I guess like Mats has to come. But otherwise, like, I don't know who rounds us out.
I think it's just Mats.
Yeah. I think he also knows like
boy things.
Well, yeah. And like we just learned because of a joke in Abbott that we ended up going down a 45-minute rabbit hole that I was shocked and Mats was shocked that I didn't know any of this. I learned about who the Insane Clown Posse are.
Is, yes.
I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yes. So okay, I know who it was, but when they said it, I thought I misheard what they said.
Well, because they said that he's a juggalo, and I said,
Yes,
the
he
fuck
said
is a
juggalo, and I
juggalo?
thought they said gigolo.
Me
And so
too.
I had misheard it, but I do know what a juggalo is. But I thought they said gigolo. So the whole episode, I'm thinking that they're like, this man used to be a sex worker, and they're all just very like,
casual,
okay,
talking
like
about this at an
not
elementary
like
school.
that makes sense. And I was like, does it?
Yeah. That was exactly my experience, but then Mons very quickly said, no, juggalo. And I said, is that an offensive term for a gigolo? Like, I have no idea what that is. And he had to explain to me insane clown posse, thinking that it would jog my memory. And I was like, I've never seen these people ever before in my life.
And the funny thing is about the juggalos is that it seems like it gives white supremacists, and it's not.
It's the
two members. Huh?
It is, in fact, one of their face paint specifically gives a little bit of whatever that flag with that bird is.
Yes. And so, but they're not. And some of their fans are.
Yes.
And they talk shit on their fans.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you think about who the Juggalos are, it does make sense that Jacob would be one.
Yes.
But I thought the whole time they were saying, well, the first time they said gigolo.
Yep.
And that's just what stuck in my head.
Well, Mats was saying the same thing. He was like, he's like, I'm pretty sure it's like, I don't know that they're all right, but we're looking at it. And then it's like a daily show interview thing or whatever. And he was like, oh, no, I take it back. They're not. And I was like, well, not to flex on you my generic clown knowledge, but being right wing or any sort of thing like that does in fact go against the ethos of clowning. And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, well, there was a clown summer camp growing up, and like it was by someone who I literally didn't, speaking of Jeopardy, didn't know he was like outside of my hometown famous. Like when they were like, it was like an answer of being like, oh, Wavy Gravy. And I was like, wait, how the fuck do they know who Wavy Gravy is? Wavy Gravy runs the clown camp. Like he's from Maria. Like I was shocked. And I was telling Mods, I was like, no, there's like an clown ethos, and there's like a creed of the clowning and like all of that kind of stuff that I was like, I think that they probably wouldn't have been able to get this successful if they were like going completely anti-clown.
But clowns were another form of blackface.
Oh yeah, for sure. In the like the what is it? Like, actors go to clown school.
Yes.
It's in like the art community, that aspect, when that shifted to like a performance art in like, what is it, the 70s?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Or something like that, which is like whenever that aspect
like
of
the beatniks and all those people.
And when it became like a was it counterculture? Yeah, that whole movement of it. So, but when I saw their face paint, I was like, And they're also just like two like bald white guys. So I'm just going to say, when you have a shaved head or it's naturally squeaky clean and you cover your face in face paint,
or just not even covering it in paint, you already are giving an image. Yeah,
and like you're wearing like just the outfit, like the whole thing. I was just like, ooh, yeah. But their whole thing, they're like, well, we're not political. And I was like, okay. But their songs, reading some of the lyrics, I wouldn't be shocked if they were cited in a few manifestos.
Yeah.
So, all that to say, I'm not a juggalo.
Clearly.
No. But I think I would have really liked the clown camp.
Speaking of camps, I was going to suggest, because I thought there might be one closer, but you can go to space camp as an adult.
Wow. How long is a space camp?
I think
weeks or a day camp?
I think it's a week, and it's like $800.
Honestly, I'm putting that on my vision board. Like, it's not going to be a this year thing.
I was trying to figure out how we could just make it part of the podcast.
Yeah.
And then we take a trip and go.
Yeah, make a video.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea. I would love to. I also just recently discovered, which you probably already have as well, because you've You're on the Twitter and the Reels, and you get some stuff
I'm
late.
not on Reels. I don't know why you keep saying I'm on Reels. I literally am not on Reels. The only time I see it, I don't get on like actual Reels if I'm just scrolling Instagram and then they force you to watch
that's the
something
only thing on
after.
my fucking feed is Reels.
Yeah.
That's it.
But
that people, which I didn't know we were doing this. I didn't know this was happening. That people think that the current space exploration is not real.
I haven't heard any of that.
And like, I have so many follow-up questions because I'm like, so you think what part is fake? Like, do you realize there were hundreds, if not thousands, of people who like watched it happen in person, like regular people who like went to see this take off. Like there are family members of people who are in space. Like I'm so confused. And I saw this great video of someone was like, I just need you guys to conspiracy theory a little bit better, because a conspiracy theory, like it has the word theory in it. You can't just say like, no, I don't believe that. You have to have another idea of what you think it is. It can't just be like, nuh-uh. And I'm like, I'm shocked. I've actually never seen so many, like, I didn't know the flat earthers. Like, I thought their numbers were dwindling, but like, I guess they're like more alive and well than ever, which is shocking.
Is it? To me, it feels right.
Well,
now the flat earthers have all the internet in the world to share their theories and then find their people. They have a corrupt-ass president. Like,
well, that's what, because we're going to space under Trump's presidency. And so then I'm like,
yeah, and that man is fake. You don't think he faked a shooting? Oh, did I say that? I don't know.
Hey, don't worry. I've said it so many times on this podcast. He was never shot. But
his ear looks fine now. Where's the mark?
It was fine the day it happened. The day after it happened.
I know.
His saggy little Band-Aid. Okay. But yeah, but I'm loving them in space. And now that I know that we can go to space camp.
Yeah.
I think that's where we need to be.
Me too. Yeah, I did find that on Twitter. It was a grown woman was like, "Did you know?" And I was like, "I did not. Thank you." And then I was like, "Let me see if we could find it closer or something. If we even went to Houston, because I would prefer to, right? And I would prefer to go to Houston.
Mats can go golf and he'll drop us off and pick us up.
Okay.
And then we'll be fine. How was flying with the shutdown?
It was perfectly fine.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Granted, it's not. There's not a ton of flights there.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But even the airport was fine. Like there wasn't a lot of people there.
Oh, good.
I got through, and I had forgot to renew my clear, but I got through TSA within 20 minutes. Like it really wasn't.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they were really moving people along.
I guess it must have
I also
better.
got an upgrade to first class. It was good. I got some food.
Ooh.
They call me Miss Monts, so the flight actually here was very smooth, no turbulence.
You deserved that. You've had some rough ones recently.
Yeah,
like really
they were
rough
like
ones.
I've just gotten to the point where I'm just like it's going to shake the whole time.
Yeah,
and this one was smooth the whole way. I got on the plane. I actually I haven't been able to do work or anything on planes because it's too bumpy to read anything. And I was going because I'm looking for writer's assistants for the writing room that I'm in. And I read through resumes and samples, got through all of those, and then had my meal and then took a nap. And then we were here.
I will say, though, they have been saying that in general we should all be expecting more turbulence.
Yeah,
because
they can't because of global warming and they can't predict it anymore. Because used to they could just move to a different atmosphere layer or whatever, and now even when they move it's still bumpy and they're like, okay, we're gonna go back down. That's the thing, is they're usually just going up and down the whole time.
Yeah, they're trying to find the smoothest flight path possible, but
this one was completely smooth.
Wow,
I was shocked.
I've had that a couple of times where then I forget like I'm on a plane and I was like, oh, whoa, okay, yeah, you're right, I am on an airplane.
Yeah, we had just like in the first class I have like they're not actually glass but the plastically glass. And I was like scared that it was gonna move around and break or something. It was fine.
Nice. Well, I'm happy for you. You deserve that after those
there was
flights.
A bitch in front of me though.
Like a fun one?
No.
Oh.
She gets on the plane with her son who's 11.
I love how you know
And
this because I'm just already getting a vibe from her. The fact that you know the age.
mhm.
Yeah.
So she gets on, and, people, when they get on the plane, they just put their bags, like, if you have a carry-on, put it in the first one that you see open.
Yeah.
And so she just gets on, doesn't say hi or anything to the flight attendant. She just gets on and sees that the one directly over her seat is full and goes, "They're gonna need to move these." And the flight attendant was like, "What?" And she goes, "My son has a medical bag. He has type 2 diabetes, and they're gonna need to move these bags." And the lady was like, "Okay." And she says, "I have to get up and down during the flight in case his something's wrong with his sugar." And the woman's like, "Okay, we will get everything moved. Just, have a seat. Like, it's
Mm-hmm.
not a big deal. This is a small plane as it is. The
Yes.
first class is like 10 seats.
Yeah.
So, like, it's not, and there's no one else on the plane yet." She's like, "Okay," like, it's truly not a big deal.
Also,
And
if
then
your kid's diabetes is not stable, you really should, without a doubt, have that under the seat. I would have such a
so
hard time not talking back to these people.
then we're in the flight, doesn't have headphones for her son, who's playing games the whole time, so his little games are going
That is my
so loud.
number one. Like, I will death glare and to inevitably say something.
Yeah,
I think it's the rudest thing you can do in the entire
I
world.
do too, but I have my own headphones on, so I was playing music, so I actually couldn't hear it unless I turned my headphones off. And she immediately goes to sleep while she's on the flight. And I thought that, like, her son was also rude, but I realized he just talked shit to his mom because she talked shit to him. He asked the flight attendant, like, "Hi, how are you doing? What's your name?" In flight, and
Oh.
I know the age because
Yeah.
the flight attendant asked how old he was, and he said 11. And so, like, they were having this banter, and then it's like, demon mom over here. She falls asleep during the flight, sleep the whole time, has her phone running a TV show, also doesn't have headphones
I
on.
thought we were concerned about our son's diabetes. Why are we sleeping on the
Right,
flight?
and so at one point, he asked her, like, woke her up and said, "Can I get my charger?" And she goes, "Yeah." So he gets up, gets his charger out of his bag, but he can't really reach the bag.
No.
It flies and hits the lady that's in the seat across from them. Also has her laptop open. And he's, like, so apologetic for it. His mom, gets up and's like, "You should have asked for help." And it was like, he literally asked you if he could get his charger. You
Uh-huh.
knew what he was doing.
You know his height better than anybody. If he
Right.
can't reach that, you would know that. You probably measure it in a doorway. Like, what? Oh, she's just like a nasty lady.
Yeah.
Mean.
Yeah. But other than that, nice. The flight was nice. But
Wow. I I have not been on a plane in a while.
you went
And
when you were in Costa Rica.
Colombia, you're right.
Colombia, sorry.
Wow. I'm honestly so glad that you said that because that means that I have relinquished a little bit of the anger and resentment I have towards that flight, which did in fact plague me to the point where I told every single person I met for like the next 2 weeks after that. And when we were in Colombia, I had to tell them about how bad our flight was because it was taking up so much brain space. So now that I forgot about that,
Well,
less brain
great.
space.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm sorry I brought it up.
no, it's okay. Just so everyone knows, our flight from LA to Panama did not have air conditioning. Our red-eye flight did not have air conditioning. There was condensation on the windows from the heat. From the motherfucking heat.
From everybody's hot breath.
It was disgusting. And I was like, that should be illegal. Like, it really should be illegal. But, it is what it is.
All right, should we get into advice?
Yes. First up,
It's just one.
and it's huge. Hi, Eminem. Please accept my write-in. You know I am pro-voicemail, but my current emotions and sinus issues are having me to resort to write-in. I just got off of a difficult phone call with someone I would consider my best friend. We've been friends for about 5 years, and almost 4 years ago, she moved across the country. We remained close, but due to distance, have sort of fluctuated in closeness. She's getting married next year, and I flew out last weekend to go wedding dress shopping with her. It was a last-minute thing. She called and said, "I know it's crazy. Would you want to come with me wedding dress shopping?" And boom, flights booked. The past few months have been so hectic for both of us, so I just jumped on the chance to be there. I thought the weekend was fun. I just got off the phone with her and we had a tough conversation. She felt like I had rushed on being there and was not considerate of how it affected her. Then this compounded into her feeling weird about a couple of instances that weekend. Examples below. It was a hard conversation that ultimately ended up in me apologizing profusely and her admitting that she'd been feeling weird the past few times we've seen each other and that she just needs some time to think about our friendship. I understand that sometimes friendship requires hard conversations, but my heart just feels very broken right now. This isn't the first time this has happened to me, and although I do not think it will result in a broken friendship, I feel like I'm always someone who cannot keep friends. I always think too much or not enough or said the wrong thing or didn't do the right thing. All I want is friendship and that feeling of having someone there, but I keep fucking it up. How do I get through this? How do I be a better friend? Is this just being 25? So the examples. After shopping, she was exhausted, but she felt the need to entertain me since I'd come all the way there. Wedding dress shopping was me and 5 of her friends she had met since moving out there, so I felt a little fish out of water sometimes, but they were all super great. She told me that it felt like I was trying to prove that I had to be there. There was a dress that was stunning on her, and when we were all sharing our opinions on it, I had said that it was beautiful, but it just looked like a white version of a dress she would normally wear. This was then backed with a few friends giving examples of when she'd worn that exact dress before. She told me that me saying that had her in her head a lot about the dress when she really loved it. Please be honest with your answers. I explained my side to her in all of this, that I did love the dress and I was excited to see her. So when she asked, I said, of course, and I flew out. And I tried to offer multiple times that we could stay in, but I also didn't want her to feel like I had just come all the way there to sit on her couch. But I always walk away from these conversations feeling like I didn't give the right answers. Thank you. Love you both. Sorry for the extra long. Just wanted to give context. That's context that we needed.
I'm sorry,
Because
but
what the fuck is up with your friend?
yeah, this is not a you problem. This is a her problem. You got on a plane like immediately when she said she was going wedding shopping. I don't know how far you flew, but you got on a plane to see her.
Well, why in the hell would it be like, well, you just had to prove that you should be there? You asked me to be there. Like,
right.
I don't know what that means at all. I'm going to go out on a limb and say, like, is this friend very social and outgoing? Because I do wonder if maybe you were the fish out of water. You were you were, you know, you were the 6th person there. All the rest of them all know each other. And I don't want to say like, did you feel like overly comfortable or like, were you not shy? Like, were you being friendly and like introducing yourself to them and all of that? I do think for some fucking reason, there are some people who are not as outgoing that resent when people are adaptable in different groups in different situations and that they want you to be there, but they want you to show up in a way that they would show up, which is, you know, a little more shy, a little more nervous, a little more timid, or not automatically feeling or even just pretending to feel comfortable, which I don't understand that at all. Like, I've without a doubt been on the other, like, I can get along with a lot of people. Like, I can have a conversation with anyone. Like, I'm good in those situations. And then finding out that there are people who are like, oh, it just felt like it was like a little too much about you. And I was like, no, I was just there. Like, I was just there. And like, I think like if my personality feels to you like I'm getting along with your other friends too well, like I don't know why you would want me there then.
Don't like at the end of the day, if they didn't want you there, they shouldn't have invited you.
No, and like
did they feel like they had to do it out of obligation? And then when you actually said that you were coming, were they upset by that? And now they're making excuses? All they had to just say was that I'm going wedding dress shopping. Like if they still want to be friends with you, but they didn't want you around your other friends. Because, I mean, some friends don't mesh well together. Like,
totally.
You have different groups of friends, and that's fine. And did they just not expect you to actually come? And they were just not, they genuinely just didn't want you to be there? And if so, then they should have just said that. Like, they shouldn't have invited you.
No, like, I think...
Because it sounds like she had this already planned, and she didn't think you were coming.
Well, and also, specifically her being, like, felt like she had to entertain you. Like, you invited me here. Like, if this was an empty invite, like, you don't have to do that. And so I think that, like, I don't know. I'm like, I say what I feel. I'm not going to ask for something and then be like, shit, I don't want this person to take me up on it and that kind of thing. And so I find it incredibly foreign when other people do that, where it's like, don't invite me to something if you don't want me there. And like, don't invite me to something if you don't recognize that me as a person, I'm going to do everything. I'm going to get there. Like, I'm going to do everything in my power to be there. Or at the same time, don't tell me I don't have to come to something if you want me there. Like, there is just, you have to be direct with this. But then even the thing about the wedding dress, where it's like, that is not a mean thing to say at all. And like, it sounds like she's just like deeply stressed and insecure about this. And like, we've talked about this before, there's for some people, terminal infection that happens when they get engaged and they become a bride. And like, everybody tells them that everything is about them. This is their time. This is their time. That they don't think anyone else exists outside of the peanut gallery and the spectacle of being an audience member to this performance and period of their life.
Right.
That like you don't exist besides that. So like, if you don't play the role that she has in her head of her wedding experience, if you are a normal human being who has thoughts and decisions and choices and a life outside of this, that is like deeply threatening to the reality that she has created.
Right. And if you don't want people's opinions, don't ask their opinions.
Don't have 6 people there. That is crazy if you're not looking for that.
They agree with you. If you want people, obviously she likes the dress. I feel like when I go wedding dress shopping for myself, I probably will not have a lot of people, if anybody, there, because I truly will not care about anybody's opinion. When I see what I want, I'm going to want it. It might be like, come look at like the sizing of it or if like the shape of it. But as far as like what I actually want, no.
And like, if you are not like, I don't know. I'm such a decisive person. Like, no one could say something about something that like I like that like changes the way that I feel about it. But like, when there's certain people I'll go shopping with. I tried on dresses with you, and like, you said this exact thing to me of being like, this just looks like you would wear this dress, not at it. And that is the most helpful thing I think you can tell somebody, because you have to make the difference between, do I like this silhouette and shape because it reminds me of something I already have or things that I already wear? And do I want my wedding dress to be something that I can wear in another color, essentially, like all the time? Or do I want something that's more special? And so the idea that if she loved it that much as is, and it was like, no, I actually want something that is like something I would wear every day, just in white. Like, I like that. Doesn't sound like that's what she wanted. And so I don't know why you saying that. And then the fact that everybody else agreed with you, there's just sometimes being the longer friend, there just it can fall on, like, all the shit can then fall on you because they feel more comfortable in your friendship, and they're typically like putting on a little bit more of a performance for their new friends, and their new friends are also probably putting on a little bit of performance for them too.
And they've probably heard about you too, and there's that as well.
Yeah. Like, I think it's big of you to have apologized for this. But like, fundamentally, this is not a you problem. And like, I can see how you would tie this to like other friendships in your life having ended, but I would like do everything that you can to acknowledge that like there's something specific about so many people losing friendships when their friend is getting married. And I'm sure it happens on it obviously, because there's 2 people a part of it, but like, that is something that is not about you. I know I'm talking to other people, someone else about it, where we were talking about shared experiences about friendships that like completely decimated because that person was getting married, and they like became just a totally different person. And they were like, oh yeah, that's happened to me like 3 times. And it's like, that shit is just, it's fucking crazy. And I think there's also a narrative that they tell brides of being like, you'll really find out who your true friends are. And I'm like, okay, I hear you, but like, I've also experienced a lot of brides being just turning into really horrible people, that I'm like, this industry is trying to tell you that you have to be selfish, and this is the only time in your life, and this is the most important thing until you push out a baby. So like, it is just like, it's a very weird industry and a very weird like social time in people's lives. And I think people want to be treated, I think most people want to be treated in a way that like you don't naturally treat your like best friend, you know?
Yeah, I'm of the mindset now of like, I'm not trying to have a lot of friends. I just want to cultivate the people that I actually want to be around all the time. There's associates that, like, let's get dinner once a
Mhm.
quarter or once a year. But like my actual friends, like that's what's important to me.
Yeah, those are the relationships that I want to be, like, the easiest of
Mhm.
them. Like, I don't want to have to show up in a way that, like, is not authentic to myself or, like, worry about the song and dance of it, and, like, to me, this just sounds like she's not able to acknowledge that, like, she shouldn't have invited you and she didn't want to invite you, and, like, this to me, all of this feels incredibly passive aggressive, like,
Mhm, and it
so
was
passive
performative
aggressive.
too.
Yeah.
It was performative asking you to come. It was performative of her to go try on these dresses and ask people's opinions, and now she didn't get the results that she wanted, and she's blaming you for it.
Yeah. So, I would personally, like, know that this has nothing to do with you were a great friend in this circumstance. Like, you did everything right. This is not you. But I would encourage you to not let her change the narrative and the expectation of your friendship.
Mhm,
Because I think it'd be wonderful if you can maintain a friendship with this. But, like, I do think that sometimes we give people a lot of grace for treating us poorly because of a time in their life that they don't like, that isn't necessarily reciprocated or ever going to be. Like, it can fundamentally change that relationship. So I think, like, not biting your tongue about how you feel is important, because if she's gonna be able to tell you this is how she feels about all of this, then if it was me, I'd be like, "Okay, balls in your court friendship-wise." 'Cause, like, you should, like, if she tells her therapist or another friend or a sibling or whatever, a family member, about this story, you are not the villain in this.
mhm,
You're not the villain, so don't assume that role of, like, grovel, I need to bend over backwards and do all of that, because it creates an expectation in that relationship that is, like, so mismatched and unequal that will not survive. It just
right.
kind of temporarily puts a life vest with a hole in it for the friendship that will eventually end if she doesn't also acknowledge that this was on her.
Mhm.
Oh, but I'm pissed for you and spending money on the flight. Oh!
And you fly so much as it is.
Uh-huh.
Like, that was probably one of your few weekends that you had free.
Yeah.
That pisses me off.
Yeah, this I am pissed for you.
With Plan B emergency contraception, we're in control of our future. It's backup birth control you take after unprotected sex that helps prevent pregnancy before it starts. It works by temporarily delaying ovulation, and it won't impact your future fertility. Plan B is available in all 50 U.S. states at all major retailers near you, with no ID, prescription, or age requirement needed. Together, we've got this. Follow Plan B on Insta at Plan B One Step to learn more. Use as directed.
Can we talk about the Bridgerton casting?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Thank you. Just like, I'm looking up to the heavens. Thank you. Thank you to his mother. Thank you. Thank you to the casting director. Thank you to Shonda. Thank you to whatever has made this man look the way he does.
Also, he's playing Lord Anderson's son, who we already think Lord Anderson is very, very
Mhm.
hot. But Lord Anderson, the actor himself, is a lot younger than his character is supposed to be.
Oh, no way.
So these two actors are only 10 years apart, and they are on I'm in the middle of them, and I'm just like, "Mhm, I can have either one. Thank you." As Ava said on Abbott when she met Gregory and his father, or
Mhm.
met Gregory's father. Double trouble.
Exactly. But I have to say, so Melissa, I sent a link to Melissa at almost the exact like, within the same 60
Well,
seconds.
I had actually sent it before I got on the plane, like, as the plane was
Oh,
taking off,
okay.
so it didn't go through until after I had opened the app. So,
So,
yes.
it comes through the same time that I send
Mhm.
Melissa the link on a text, and so Melissa sends me the Instagram, and we're both just sending the casting announcement of this man. I have no words, but the words you added to this killed me. She says, a new bombshell has entered the villa. Parentheses, did I say that right? And I was like, yes, you said it perfectly. That's exactly what that is. And I laughed so hard because my God, this man is like stupid hot. Like stupid motherfucking hot.
Yeah. And they said he's going to be the talk of the town. And I'm like, they need a new slut now that Benedict has been married.
And I'm like, oh, we'll be seeing somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, he's just, I'm thrilled. I am so looking forward to this season of Bridgerton. And I like cannot wait. I can't wait. Like it's going to be
I think this is going to be the greatest one yet.
I think so too. And did you not see that it seems like they're teasing Violet's season?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, Shonda said that would be, if they did it then.
But it's probably going to come after this, which I would love. Like I would love
too.
So much.
Because then we're going to get, I hope they bring back young Charlotte and young Lady Danbury too.
Young Lady Danbury. Her performance, I know that it's acting, but the fact that she had to fuck that old man, that I literally am like, and now you're in love with Violet.
On top of her.
He died inside of her, Melissa. Yeah. He died fucking inside of her. And she had to push him off. He had to take his teeth out to have sex. It was literally traumatizing.
So disgusting.
It was horrible. And then we find out who her one true love is, unfortunately, betrothed to another. Like, that fucking sucks.
Betrothed, but like, whatever. I just hope we see her with somebody else.
That's what hot. I want her to win. I need her to win so fucking bad.
Young her, and then also older her, since she's going on this trip, which I think maybe she's going to bring her nephew back with her. But I hope that she meets someone on the way too. So
I need her to have like a fun, sexy scene where it's not an old man with no teeth.
Yeah.
Dying inside of her.
And also another old man. At least he was charming, but
yeah, and someone maybe
Violet's dad was also old.
Yeah, and not married, ideally.
Yeah.
That would be my ideal for her, because I'm
like racist too.
Yeah, like let her win. Let her have something. Something.
Yeah. I mean, she did get her wind of Charlotte letting her go. But
no, but I want her to win love. When it's that actress. I want her to win in her youth.
Yeah.
Like it's just a lot. Something. She's been through a lot. By the way, if anyone tried to tell me fucking shit, if Charlotte was like, you can't leave, I go, my old husband with no teeth died inside of me. And I'd be like, you're right, I'm so sorry. Like, I would use that. That would end. Someone's like, ma'am, you can't do that. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. Like, but also the lady that's going to be Michaela's like best friend, I think that's going to get Francesca jealous, because they didn't use a great picture of her, but I saw a video of her walking, and that woman is va-va-voom as well. And then the other lady's her mom. So
okay, I'm just so excited. I think it's going to be phenomenal. They have fucking insane chemistry, like, already, and I'm like, oh, this is gonna. And like, people who are like, I mean, we're not even gonna get into the lesbophobia of all of it, but like the people who talk about like, I just miss yearning. Do you want to talk about yearning? Talk about lesbians in this time period. This is gonna be the most yearning season fucking ever. They've already spent the last season yearning for each other. Like, it's gonna be so, so, so good. And I can't fucking wait. Fucking wait. Do you know who? You don't, and I'm really excited to tell you this. I have like some fantastic like influencer news, which I think is the funniest thing that has happened since Nick Vile's wife copy and pasted Claudia's birthday caption on Instagram for Phineas for Nick Vile. This is a girl named Elena Taber. I had no idea who she was. Not familiar with her whatsoever. But I guess she was on the New York City influencer subreddit, or someone was on the New York City.
herself?
There was someone on the New York City influencer subreddit who like was decently active in the group, like talking about people, shitting on them, like, you know, gossiping, like how all the accounts are, all anonymous accounts, all doing that. And then, you know, people were talking about this girl and being like, who is she? Like, you know, she seems kind of like basic, but like whatever. And I think she's dating Oh, God, what's his name? Jamie Campbell Bower, I think it is. He's the one in Stranger Things, right? Yes.
Who is he?
He's an actor.
But who is he in Stranger Things?
Vecna, so that's not helpful.
I watched the first season.
No, he's like a monster. You can't even see his face.
Oh, okay.
But he looks like a lost Skarsgård.
Okay.
He's got like that kind of like intense sort of look to him.
Some of the Skarsgårds look very goofy.
He looks
very serious. Is he a goofy one or a serious one?
He's kind of like a mix. He has longer hair, so he's looking a little more goofy. But prior to that, he very much embodied the like Victorian ghost child vibe.
Okay, so like the one that was in It.
That's the one who I think he has the most similarity to. But he's also in Harry Potter. He's in Twilight. You would know this man.
What's his name again?
Jamie Campbell Bower.
I can't say that I know him, but he has the look that you explained.
Yes. So he's like a successful actor. He's been working forever. And so there's a post on the New York State subreddit, the influencer subreddit, about being like, oh yeah, like this girl, she's friends with so-and-so, this influencer, blah, blah, blah. And like, I'm pretty sure she's like dating Jamie Campbell Bower, like kind of crazy. Like, what the heck? And then I think it's like a couple posts or something like that. And then does one being like, oh my God, like she is definitely dating him, and posts like a link being like, did anyone see her TikTok? Post the link. You click the link in the subreddit. It takes you to the TikTok. The TikTok says shared by Elena Taber. And this is the account that has already been posting not only about her, but her other fucking influencer friends.
I mean, this is how back in the day people would they would just spread gossip about themselves or call the paparazzi on themselves. So it's not like this is new. It's not like she invented anything, but she got caught just in the same way that people are getting caught liking their own post from or making comments on their own posts from their actual account instead of their
so genuine and real, which is what Maddie from The Bachelor commented on her own post. But like all of the comments in response to this, people going, I would have to end it all. Like there's actually no, like I would move. Like there's nothing. This is a level of embarrassment that, and like, so now her influencer friends are like talking about it on their podcasts and being like, what the fuck? Like, so she's burned
the thing
all
is,
of that.
they're also doing it.
For sure. But like, they're not being smart and like, because my whole thing, I'm like, talk about me behind my back like a normal like person. Like I'm a big believer in like, it's totally fine to shit talk people, but everyone's like, why were you being so nice to my face? Like, we don't have to be friends. You're the one who wanted to pursue being a like friend. Like, this is really fucking weird. And also like, Jamie Campbell Bower is gonna break up with you. Like, this was like really crazy. Like really, really, really crazy.
Are they actually dating, or was she just trying to start a rumor?
No, they're actually dating.
Okay, yeah.
And I was like, girl, you didn't have to do that. Like, you really didn't have to.
You could have just posted a picture. You could have had one of your friends post a picture, like look like a paparazzi, and post a picture from far away and say, oh my gosh, did you guys see this? Of them together like, somewhere. Do better.
We have 13 mutuals on Instagram. You're doing fine. Like, you didn't need to do all of this. Like, let people discover you. You've got hundreds of thousands of followers. Like,
it wasn't happening fast enough for her.
No, and I
hope she had it so her Reddit was at least close so people can see the other things she was posting. But I know she wasn't that smart.
They can. That's why they saw, like, you're talking shit about all these other people. And now all of these are tied back to you. And
that's awful.
They've archived it, but so I want to read the original one. She posts a picture of her and Jamie Campbell Bower. This relationship isn't news, but I need someone to talk to about this, LOL. I haven't kept up with her as much, but she used to be one of my favorites back in the day, and I keep seeing her pop up with Jamie Campbell Bower. And it's like so crazy. And it's so crazy to me. I loved her vibe a lot, alongside Moya and Margot, blah, blah, all those girls who seem cool and kind. She seems to be one of the few influencers who at least attempted a level of more research/interesting content, like the history lessons or the financial education, or just traveling to more unique parts of the world and showing the culture by connecting with locals. Even if it's a bit pseudo-intellectual. Sometimes, like, she wants people to be like, no, she's like a real intellectual, pseudo-intellectual. Sometimes I really appreciated that there was more substance than so many other New York City consumers and final boss influencers I follow. I kind of stopped keeping up with her as much when she left New York City for Paris, but she doesn't seem to post as much and maybe gone more private because of her relationship. It's insane seeing how much unhinged hate she gets for just existing and dating someone famous. I saw this TikTok recently and I was like, damn, this would suck. And that was the TikTok that
I
she linked
wonder
to.
if he asked her not to be as active, like, and then she didn't like that, and so then she had to create all this extra commotion around herself because now she is in Paris, not doing as much since she has said in this that she's not posting as much, and so this was how she could still post without actually posting.
Well, part of me wonders if, like, it was the exact opposite and, like, no one really cared that she was dating him and she wasn't getting this, like, you know, Zayn from One Direction girlfriend hate of being like, "He's mine," all of that stuff, that she was like, let me pretend that, like, I'm getting, like, so much hate for dating Jamie." I was like, I've never once wondered who Jamie Campbell Power was dating. Like, if that was part of it too, that it was just like, no, I need people to feel bad for me. Because I'm like, it's not like you're dating someone from One Direction. It's not like you're dating Justin Bieber. It's not like you're dating, I don't know, someone who's like, it's like such an insane parasocial fandom that wants you and so to be together. Like, if it's the Stranger Things fans, like, he wears a green suit the whole time. Like, you can't see his face.
This man is also 37 years old. Like, he's a grown man.
I
You're doing
know.
childish things.
Yep.
Okay, well,
Oh my God, she posted another one. How private can I really be on Reddit? If I want to be anonymous, is it really possible on Reddit? I'm assuming the best tip is just not to share anything personal.
you can cut it off so people can't see your do you know how many people I found, or if they make a stupid comment, I'll go look and see what
I
other
get
comments
annoyed
they
when they
made.
hide it.
Yeah, but, like, I like to go see to make sure this wasn't a one-off, and usually I'm right. They just make stupid comments. So then I know, but, like, just turn it off so people can't see. That way they can't keep tracking you. They can track the things that you're saying.
And also, like, don't we all know by this point when you share a TikTok, it says it comes from you? Like, yikes.
Go from your browser or something.
Or just share a screenshot of it. Like, just don't do it. But, yeah, I just think if it's not going well for you, that you're dating a famous guy and it's not working, like, then date someone
In
more
the way
famous.
you want. That means that you don't really like them that much.
No, and, like,
And
that's
you're
okay.
using
If
him.
you're using him, then, like, if it's not working, then go date someone more famous. Like, I
Right.
promise you, you will get whatever. You're a beautiful young girl. Like, you will get whatever you want. Like, we always say this. I'm like, dating someone famous is not, like, a unattainable or a hard thing. You just have to want it. And, like, it's not going to be necessarily what you think it's going to be or all that. But, like, if you have, like, an objective and this is what you want out of it, like, it's the same thing of, like, finding a rich husband. You can do that. Like, you can do that. You can't make someone that you like into that archetype. You have to go find that archetype. And turns out you might not like them that much, or it might not be everything you thought it was going to be. But, like, just find someone more famous. You're beautiful.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us. Join us on Thursday. We'll be on But Am I Watching? We'll be reviewing Keke Palmer's show on Peacock, The Burbs.
Yay!
All right. We'll see. If you don't want to watch that or listen to that, we'll see you next Monday for another episode of Don't Blame Me. Bye.
Bye. This is a Sister Sign production hosted by me, Megan Rinks.
And me, Melissa D. Montz, plus Diamond Imprint Productions.
Post-production by Coco Lorenz.
Production assistance by Melanie D. Watson.
And music by Ryan Hunter and Giacomo Picasso.